I find that whenever you're training with your 870, if you can make it look more like a end of world scenario, a little scorched earth atmosphere, that might help with your training. Hello, today we're going to be looking at the Remington 870 Police Magnum. This is a pump shotgun made by Remington. It's one of the most popular shotguns ever made, the Remington 870. It's an extremely popular shotgun carried by the police for several decades. I think this particular model is from the 1990s. I bought it from an individual who purchased it from a store that dealt in police trade-ins. So this gun has ridden around in a squad car. You're going to be able to see a little bit of wear on it, and you're going to know that it's ridden around in a squad car trunk or been shot a lot by the police. I'm sure you know a lot about a Remington 870. One of the key things is they have a steel receiver here. This is the pump slide release. Of course, here's the trigger, and the safety is right behind the trigger on the trigger guard, like a lot of Remington rifles and shotguns. One of the key differences with the Mossberg 500, I guess three of the key differences: they don't have the solid steel receiver. The slide release is back here. I actually prefer the Mossberg slide release back here, and the safety is up top. So those are some of the subtle differences. I've owned Mossberg 500s and 870s, and I like them both. So you should shoot them both, at least own one of them, I think. So this model has an 18-inch barrel, very basic. There's no choke in the end. It's got a little bead sight here, and it's an improved cylinder. Of course, there is a sling holder for this screw-on end. This particular model has a light on it that's activated by just, if you're squeezing the fore end, that light comes on. So that's a very neat feature. I didn't really want that, but it was on the gun that when I got it. So I need to do some nighttime shooting just to play around with it. The light seems to be very bright. I have no idea how long that battery's going to last. Of course, the gun is unloaded. I've got the action open here. Here's the other side of the trigger, and the steel receiver again. Here, this bar, if you push this down, the light comes on. So as you're gripping it, see if you can see that light come on there. So it's a very neat feature, and this light is very bright. We'll try to do some nighttime shooting sometime just to let you see how that works. But really, I didn't want that light on there. I just wanted a very basic 870, but it was on the one that the guy had that I got it from. So it's on there, and I've really enjoyed shooting this gun. If you're not too familiar with a 12 gauge, here's what it shoots. This is a 12 gauge load. This is just a basic 7.5 shot. It's good for shooting clay pigeons, just basic small game, and milk jugs filled with water and whatever else you can find to shoot, which we're going to go give this gun a few shots just to mess around. I've been wanting to get it out, and we'll see what we can find to shoot. I'll show you how to load it up in 1 second. You just insert the shells down here in the bottom, and of course the pump moves them up in there. I forgot to mention it's a 2 3/4 and a 3-inch chamber, so we're gonna load it up and see what happens. I forget how many it holds, to be honest. There's 3. Oop, I dropped one there. So it holds 5 if you top one off. So we just loaded it. We are on safe. I'm going to put one more in. We've got 5 shots. We're going to shoot a little piece of styrofoam, a barrel, and then a few, an old piece of particle board of some kind, and see what sort of impact the 7.5 shot has on that. So enjoy. Hey, let's take a quick look at the impact of those shots. Only 5 shots, but my shoulder can feel it a little bit, but it's a lot of fun. We get a pretty good indentation on this 55-gallon drum. Doesn't look like any of it went through. Some of those holes are from a pistol from the other day. Of course, it blew the styrofoam way back into the... Look at this, there's a lot of little particles came out of the styrofoam. See if we can see where it was hit. It looks pretty fresh right there on the end. We may have to try that with another gun sometime. Oh, this is real interesting. The wadding. The wad went in there. I bet that's where the wad for the other one went through. So nice impact. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that. Just kidding. I would never harm you. Now we're going to shoot at a few jugs back here. You can see I've got a fire going. I've been burning a stump for the past 3 days. I find that whenever you're training with your 870, if you can make it look more like a end of world scenario, a little scorched earth atmosphere, that might help with your training. Okay, I'm kidding. I just happen to be shooting around some smoke. So we've got 3 jugs. I wasn't loaded when I was pointing that at you. We've got 3 jugs. We're going to put in 3 shells. See what we can make happen here. I hope I don't miss. That would be embarrassing. Okay, let's go survey the damage around the smoke fire here. Wasn't exactly the quickest shooting, but this RC jug did not hold up to the 12 gauge blast very well. Neither did the note jug. Well, lastly, our hummingbirds have migrated south. We had a little bit of leftover nectar, so I topped it off with water and gave that a shot. It made a very nice red spray. I'm going to have a lot of happy ants out here. Just to let you know, this really was a stump. Look at that, it's almost gone. Well guys, I highly recommend that you get yourselves a Remington 870. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Police Magnum. Although I really do enjoy this one. I didn't say earlier, but it's one of the best home defense guns you can have. Much better than a pistol or some other options. I'll close out the video by shooting a few more jugs here. Let me make sure these are all in the camera there. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.